All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Lancaster Connects. It's your holiday weekend. Happy July 4th. Happy Independence Day to you. Gotta love everything that this weekend is about, the independence of our nation. Hope you're having a fantastic time celebrating. We are here as well at the store. You know, this last week has been amazing for us. We had Bret Michaels on the show.
Wait, who's that?
Yeah, right. So Bret Michaels, lead singer from Poison back in the 80s. And really, what a great dude. Like, just created this whole empire around his name and is still going. And if you tuned in last week, we made a big announcement how we have 40 tickets in total to give away. You know, at the end of the interview, which we figured on the holiday weekend, we'd give you the chance to listen to it again. So we'll have that on this episode too. But you know, we thought at the end when he extended a nice gift for a VIP experience for a veteran and for a local hero, we said, well, we'll have our people call your people. And boy, his people called back and said, well, we're just going to give you 10 pairs of tickets for heroes and 10 pairs of tickets for veterans and the VIP thing.
And we had 42 tickets. We already gave two away.
Adrian Baylor, congratulations again. Adrian Baylor was our winner.
Yeah. Parti-Gras 23.
That's right. So that was last week. So going forward, here's the way the contest works. You need to go to lancasterconnects.com/hero.
HERO.
Yep. Or lancasterconnects.com/vets. Now, local hero as defined by Bret, fire department, police department, EMT, nurses, teachers, and utility workers.
They keep, I think if there's a tornado.
I have a feeling in his time, it would have had to have been. In his time, he had some storm or something come through and maybe put the concert on hold. And then these guys came in last minute, fixed all the power lines, and bang, he was up doing kick flips and power chords.
What did he say during the interview?
Pulling hammies. He was doing all kinds of stuff.
A levitating scissor kick.
Yes. And so that's his definition of a local hero. He gave us a ticket, so we're honoring it.
Yep.
And so you'll go to those pages, lancasterconnects.com/hero or /vets. And we'll have the contest page up on the main site, lancasterconnects.com. You'll click over and find it. But what you're basically going to do is if you're one of those people, you can enter your photo into the contest. Or if you know someone, you want to nominate them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And have it be a good photo, right? Like, this is about marketing yourself, because ultimately the culminating part of this contest is going to be the VIP experience. So all those tickets we're going to give away at random, but the VIP experiences, how are we going to choose those?
So whichever photos, hometown hero and a veteran, so one of each, whichever photo has the most hearts, likes, whatever, is going to win. Right? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. A little heart.
My hand's all busted up from all the years of motorcycle accidents, dirt bikes. I can't, it's like that. Yeah, it's hard.
After you enter your photo and submit your nomination, whether that's for yourself or for a friend, family member, coworker, or whatever, you'll have the opportunity to share it on social media. You can share it on various social platforms and ask for votes. So you're going to ask your friends and contacts and people that you know on Facebook to like your photo. They're going to navigate to the page direct from your link that you share. And you say, vote for whatever your name is on the photo. And the most likes of the photo is going to win the VIP experiences. And there's no limit to how many times you can share it. You can share it daily, hourly, whatever, as many times you'd like. The most likes on the photo is going to win the VIP experiences.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, for that VIP experience contest prizes, you have over a month, because we're going to be doing that on the show, drawing those winners on the show on August 14th. So in the interim, all right, we're going to start giving away tickets today. We have a set to give away today to a hero. I'm sorry, not today.
Yeah, no,
my bad.
Next week.
Too many dates. See, this is what happens when Bret's people are awesome and just drop all these tickets. I can't think straight. I'm sorry. Next week on the 10th is going to be our first drawing. We'll give away a set of tickets to one hero and one vet, and that's a pair. So 2 to a hero, 2 to a vet. And then every Monday thereafter, the 17th of July, the 24th, the 31st, and August 7th, we'll do 2 sets on the show.
And those will be drawn at random.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. So we found a cool software to integrate all this so we don't muck it up, because you better believe if it hit my plate, it would be mucked up. And Ben's really good, but this was heavy. So we did a whole week's worth of research to find the right solution. So it's fair and it works and it's fun. So we'll draw those ones at random and we'll do that on the show. And then on the 14th, you have over a whole month to share this out, get your photo, your nominee of either that local hero or that veteran. And again, I would say choose a photo that like people are going to be connected to. So maybe it's somebody doing a salute at a flag with a sunset behind them. Maybe it's
in uniform
firefighter rescuing a kitten and a puppy in both hands. And they got a kid under the shoulder. I don't know. It's up to you. This is all about you.
That's right.
And it's all about others who are going to vote on your nominee and their photo. And so, you got a month to share it away, build it up.
You know what I realize we haven't done yet is define what the VIP package actually is. It's a meet and greet with Bret.
Meet and greet.
The one and only Bret Michaels. And
Getting
he will
on
pick
stage.
some to go up on stage. So he'll pick some hometown heroes and he'll pick some veterans to go up on stage with them during at least a song, maybe multiple songs, and be recognized in front of the entire crowd. You're not going to have to say anything if you're the winner. There's no speeches or anything.
It's going to give you a guitar and a pair of drumsticks.
That'd be awesome.
Your choice. You just got to go play. All right. Yeah.
But no, you get to be on stage. That's super, super cool.
Yeah. So we've been completely honored, to have this opportunity. Really, this show, we started out, right? Give back to our community. And for our 100th episode last week, what happens? Bret, who has a big heart for Central PA.
Huge.
I think he enjoyed his time with us. I think you'll see that because we're going to give you the replay here in a minute. But, he goes and just gives 40 tickets plus the experiences to 2 lucky winners. How cool is that? And so that's what's going on there. You'll be hearing about that in the upcoming weeks, but it is the week of July 4th. It is Independence Day, the birth of our nation as we celebrated from 1776 and forward. So enjoy the fireworks, enjoy the barbecues and get it together. Yeah. Do it safely. As you watch the Bret interview, don't do fireworks like Bret did back in the day. Please. Please don't.
Coffee can fire.
Tell your kids as it gets later at night, who works third shift at the hospital, the starter doctors.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
That's what happens. You don't usually get the best ones on first shift or on third shift. They're at home doing their own barbecues and their own fireworks safely. So do it all safely. Enjoy it and have fun. But this week, all week long, we've got our 4th of July Independence Day sales all this week. It's a great time, great deals. And so just to give a little quick rundown, you can save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses. We have part of a whole remodeling event, and that's our remodeling sale has been going on. We have been working diligently and hard to get this project wrapped up, but sometimes government gets in the way. But kind of appropriate,
deeper.
Kind of appropriate that we would have that comment around Independence Day.
Right.
They got mad about P. I get upset about awnings. Anyhow, it's all kind of connected.
We don't have the freedom to do whatever we want with the building.
No, but we're doing it the appropriate way.
You're following the rules.
And so our awning project really is a culmination of a lot of remodeling. One of the things was Tempur-Pedic. Come and see, we have all the collections. And we're the only store that can say that in the region, that we have all Tempur-Pedic collections on display for you, in one place. And that's very special. And Tempur-Pedic's a great partner.
21, 2 years. Yeah.
22 years.
December of 21, I think.
There we go.
No, 01.
You would know. You were there.
I was there.
All those gray hairs up there.
Right from the first twin extra long bed we ever had.
That's right. And so we've got all the collections, fantastic new display, really to have you make an informed choice about Tempur-Pedic purchase. That's for you. We've got great sales on really everything else. Our Less Snore, More Cuddle systems, we have sales on. You can go to gardenersmattressandmore.com/sales and get all the details, but to keep the rundown moving. So we've got sales on those items. We have Dream Cloud and Nectar and Harvest. These are online brands. So we're co-partner with them and we follow all of their sales online. So it's nice. You get to shop local, try it out, see what it is, see if it works. And we've always said, you're not punished for shopping local in our store. We've never, just kind of relied on getting and doing business with you because we're the local guy. Yeah, we're the local guy, but we're the local guy doing this show. We're the local guy who gives back. And when you make those purchases with us, with those brands, it's the same price as it is online. Just get the added benefit of doing business with us.
And instead of it just being dropped at your doorstep, it gets taken through your door by our team and upstairs and in your bedroom and placed where you sleep. Take the old one, and we take care of all of that.
Not quite the same thing, but last weekend we moved the whole sectional in our house, and I was reminded of how much of a pain in the butt moving bedding and furniture is. And so thankfully I have 2 strapping lads for teenage boys, but it was hard work for them.
Yep.
Just got to say, do this, do that, do this.
You're supervisor.
I was supervisor. Yeah. But that's it. You get to supervise with us. You get the point. Hey, put it here, put it there. Take this old one out, put this new one up. And so a lot of things going on this week with July 4th. Go to gardnersmattressandmore.com/sales, and you'll get to see all the different things we have. We have financing offers. If your credit's not so good, we have solutions there. And when you finance with us, you don't forego discounts. You can have 12 months, no interest, and still get all the discounts, which is rare that people combine those. But we do, because we'd be cool like that.
We've also got a whole wall of like half price accessories.
That's right.
Protectors, pillows, sheets. I mean, all the essential stuff that you need to sleep for your bed is not just the mattress. You got to have a combination of things to get perfect sleep and wake up happy. So, I think we bought too much stuff, right? And now we got to get rid of it. So,
yes.
But blow it out at half price. That's right. Awesome deals there.
A lot of good deals. So gardnersmattressandmore.com/sales. You'll go there and you'll check it out. But, I think now is a good time for you to hear, Bret Michaels. He got to spend some time with us and we really enjoyed it. It was a really great interview. You can see his passion. I mean, I said last week on the show, I'll say it now. This guy's a genuine dude, just a genuine spirit. And, I think when your career in entertainment transcends 3 decades or 4 decades, 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever, and then the teens, and then the 20s.
That's true. Yeah. He's still doing stuff. I mean,
5 decades.
We talked about his tour, but he was on Impractical Jokers recently.
Love that show.
15 years ago or whatever, he was on Celebrity Apprentice. He's had his Rock of Love shows. Like, he's everywhere. His autoscrapography that he just put out. And I think there's even an upcoming A&E special about that autoscrapography.
Which is a book.
Autoscrapography, yes.
Which is a book.
Just, I don't know how he has time to sleep.
The guy's just a machine. And so you're going to love the interview that we had with him. Truly hope you enjoy it. Here's Bret Michaels on Lancaster Connects from episode 100. Our Lancaster Connects, our 100th episode. And we have brought an incredible hometown kid done good. Actually, kid turned into superstar, mega rock star, lover of all things Central PA, Bret Michaels, to our 100th episode. Ben, let's welcome Bret onto the show.
Come on in, Bret.
Good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Ben, Jeff. I just want to say thank you for having me on. And before I say another word, a big congratulations. 100th episode. Rocking all things Central PA, Lancaster. If you got the Pittsburghese mixed in with it, it's just, we used to say, Yin's going down Lancaster, and so it is good to be on, and it's good to be here with you and talking, and so excited to be coming back on August 26th. And again, congrats to both of you and your whole team.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you say that. So thank you. Thank you so much. And we do this show really, as 2 mattress guys supporting their community. Obviously we want to succeed in business, but there's ways to do that. And then there's ways that we feel are good to approach it. And, we can't be a show. We can't be a company that just takes from our customers all the time. And so Lancaster Connects began as a way to give back to the customer base, the community base that supports our business. And, Central PA for you, you've got a deep connection to it. It's not just where you were born. You were sharing as we kind of warmed up and got in our pre-show. Like, how important is home to you?
Well, first of all, it's everything. And anyone that it travels quite a bit knows exactly what I mean. There's no feeling like coming back home, a feeling that you get from me. All my same friends, my family, we always get together. My father, my mother, my father now, God rest his soul, is up at the National Cemetery at Indiantown Gap. He's a veteran and loves this country, loves Central PA. Yep, retired at the Naval Support Depot, Mechanicsburg. And my mom worked as a correctional in the accounting at the correctional facility. And just both of them driven people, love what they do. And the most important thing, I think, for me, honestly, is that Central PA knows two things. We know how to have fun and we know how to get it done. And what I mean by that is the work ethic mixed with, the work hard, play much harder. It works for us and we have a great time. But you're both entrepreneurs and you know exactly what I mean. You're able to give, there's a certain level of Central Pennsylvanians that not only do we love to work hard, but we also give back. And my mom and dad were a prime example, was me as a child. I was a type 1 diabetic at the age of 6, the only kid at Filbert Street Elementary School in Mechanicsburg that was diabetic. And then it was, old style was, the 3, 4, 5 shots a day. And a lot of people that weren't around me every day didn't know what was going on. But my friends and their families were amazing. They learned about the disease with me. They learned what I needed to do if I was good or if I was in bad shape. And that makes lifelong friendships that go beyond just, that are a bond for life. And I think that in saying that was why it was so important for me, if I can segue into August 26th. This is a celebration of all things Central PA. I said that the show coming up will be a celebration. I called it a circus of awesomeness, a carnival of all things Central PA. And we're just going to make it awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, obviously it shows through that home's important, that ethic, that care for each other has never left. And it, being a rock star, it could have, right? We've all heard those stories. We've all seen those things, but you've kept home important. That's just awesome. And we're going to talk more about August 26th. You have a big show with the Parti-Gras tour, which you created. We'll talk about that. I think that's so cool. August 26th at Hollywood Casino, you've got your big show. But, Ben, I know you're interested in some of the things that Bret's done over the years. Why don't you pick up on that?
Yeah. Bret, it's so cool for you to be on. I love this. Central PA is your roots, kind of where you and your band Poison. I think everybody knows who Poison is, right? Got your start. How did you know, could you share a story or an example of when you knew your dreams and talents were made for big things?
Here's the thing. This is the greatest question because there's a certain drive in someone that feel, again, for me, I always had a dream and then the reality. So I'm a self-proclaimed realist. I'm a dreamer and a realist, right? So the one magic that Central PA gave me, different from a lot of bands, you get this feeling in your gut that you're like, this is what I live to do. There's no way to describe it to somebody. I always tell people, bet on yourself, go with your gut instinct, right? And so we just started writing a lot of original material. We were mixing it into all the cover stuff. But for us, we were destined to go to where they could hear our original material. And at that time, there's no internet. There's no podcast. There's nothing. You had to take it to the streets. And this is when people ask you that question. This is one of the very first times I've talked about this thing. There's this certain storm that brews inside you, right? I'm going to go deep dive for a minute, if that's okay.
Perfect.
So coming from it. I love it. So coming from Central PA, in me, again, speaking for myself, I always had this, this drive and determination, right? So there's this storm that's inside you. And then it's about focusing it. Because a lot of us, listen, we go through adversity, highs, lows. It's taken that. And when you get knocked down, that's another log of fuel on the fire for me. In other words, for some people, they're like, that's it, I give, and rightfully so. They're just like, my threshold of pain is there. So I'm going to give you one of the keys of what worked for me. And part of it is my blessing as well as my curse of being diabetic. I just had a higher threshold of pain than a lot of people. I was willing to suffer the pain longer of being turned down, put down, going to New York with demos, told never. These songs are horrible, that you're never going to make it. Good luck, and then just taking that as fuel on the fire and finding a way. And that ended up loading up a van, a windowless Chevette. I think there was maybe 3 of the 5 windows in the hatchback left. And a green Ford barely running pickup truck. Luckily, thanks to my upbringing, I had good mechanical skills. I had a lot of used motorcycles, if you know what I'm talking about. I never knew where the new section of the store was. Mm-hmm. So I learned how to work a lot of mechanical pieces as a kid. And my first ever lawnmower business, right? So I'll get into that in a minute. But I can tell you this, I'll never forget the night we played Fishing Creek Community Building, I believe was along 83, right? It was like a VFW hall. And we loaded up our van. We looked at each other and said, this is it. We threw our stuff into the car. It was March of 84. And we said, in the van, in the truck, and we said, let's go. Let's figure this out. And all of us made it together. If it wasn't for Bobby, Ricky, Cece, and then another gentleman named Matt, who's a great guitar player as well, we just had each other's back. And we took a leap of faith and drove out to LA, lived behind a dry cleaner. This is no lie. On sleeping bags. But we were so entrepreneurial in our thinking that we would go outside of town and play cover shows, cover band shows to make enough money to eat, and then go into places like the Roxy, the Whiskey, Gazzari's, and the Troubadour and play our original material. And when no one signed us, it's the best thing that ever happened to our band. We retained all of our publishing. And are you ready for a bittersweet moment? Every band around us got signed. Everybody. We were selling out the Palace, bigger than national acts, and they would not touch us. This is no lie. It's not a sad story. It's a good story. I said, we were really upset, really pissed off, but we took that energy and we went and made our own record on our own label, Cyanide Music, with Enigma, who came in and helped us distribute it. And we retained all of our publishing, which we quickly learned was the jewel of the Nile. You know what I mean? It was we're like, wait, it is? I'm like,
thank you. Intellectual property.
And thank you. The IP. It was the IP.
That's where the money is.
We didn't know. It didn't, it wasn't awful is all I'm going to say. It turned out pretty good. But it was, having done that, there was, again, I say this to everyone out there. I encourage people. When I was younger, people used to make fun of weekend warriors. Oh, he's a weekend warrior. I encourage every human soul to be the weekend warrior, whether that's in a band. I still go out and play baseball and football as if I may make it on the Steelers or the Eagles one day, right? I still go out there. I still go out and play baseball like I'm going to be playing for the Buccos or the Phillies or the O's.
Love it.
It's true though. Go ahead.
To put a I think a little bow on all that you just shared, which if you're a business owner, if you're somebody looking to make it, there's a lot of nuggets in what you just shared, Bret. But I think the thing that I took from what you just shared is tell me no, give me that vibe, and I'm going to rise above and prove you wrong. Tell me I can't, and it's going to happen.
You are dead on. And that's what, when they say entrepreneur, everyone wants to think of like Shark Tank. Oh, I'm going to have this idea and someone's going to throw me. It doesn't, I'm telling you said the right word, nuggets. You go piece by piece by piece. So I'm going to make you all laugh for a moment. Our big signing day. Now remember, I'm a kid. I'm a dreamer too. Don't misunderstand me. I'm dreaming. Our pyro was basically a coffee can, saltpeter, gunpowder, and a car fuse to blow it. I'm not making this up. It was dangerous. We lived, safety came third with Bret Michaels. That's all I'm going to say. Safety didn't come first. It was third or fourth. I'm like, I'd have to blow my own pyro up and step on a foot switch. I have video of this. I'm not making this up. And I'm thinking, where'd those coffee cans fly off to? I hope no one got hurt. I didn't really think it through, but the intent was to give them a KISS style show as a struggling up and coming originals band, right? But right. This is no lie whatsoever. Now I'm going to bring you to your knees and feel understanding my pain. So I'm reading Circus Magazine, and there's this band got signed, and they made this much, and they got they flew them off in a jet somewhere to do the signing in a limo. You know what ours was? When you're an independent band, I was sitting in a warehouse floor in leather pants. All right. So I'm still living the dream on a cement floor, shrink wrapping the first look with the Cat Dragon records and cassettes with my band. Bobby had a system with me. We would shrink wrap. One would put the stamp on it. Do you remember the cassettes came? You probably don't because you're both young, but I'm saying those cassettes, they came in a box. So the box was 4 times bigger than the cassette.
Yeah, I remember.
And I would, so if you've got the first Cat Dragon records, like first 100,000 or a cassette, I'm the guy who shrink wrapped it. You got it personally shrink wrapped. I was pissed. I go, Gene Simmons, how dare you? There's no limo. I'm in a windowless Chevette sitting on a cement floor in El Segundo, California, shrink wrapping. They didn't even give us lunch. We didn't get a lunch out of the deal. I'm like, so now when you talk about fuel to the fire and the nuggets, so the next nugget is you start to realize as you succeed, there's also merchandise and then the concerts and the guarantees, but surround yourself. I'm going to leave you with one key, and I don't want to bore anyone listening because I love to party. But before we get to that, the one thing to take care of any business as an entrepreneur, and I say this over and over, besides giving back once you start to fuel the fire, but that one key is you find the nuggets. I love that word you came up with there, said that you find those along the way and it pipelines in. All of a sudden, boom, this song hit, then this song, and then you surround yourself. If there was ever one thing additional I can add, surround yourself with good people. And I'm a loyal guy, but I have a third strike system. So first time you screw me over. Okay. Second time, we're going to talk about it more. And the third time, I love you. There's no hate, but I need to let you go. You surround yourself with the good and eventually sort of weed through those that don't have your back.
Yeah. So that actually, I've had a question on my mind. Ben and I were good hosts. We prepared. And so the question that I have is, Poison was the 80s, early 90s. That's 30 years ago. And yet you've built an empire around your name, which I think is so cool. Like the business of Bret Michaels has become an empire, and congratulations to that. And you touched on it about surrounding yourself with good people. Has there been another ingredient that's perpetuated the motion and the momentum that you've created?
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for saying that. Here is the true ingredient. And your brain, when you're in a business like the entertainment business, it's moving parts. So the first thing I start with is, and I say this, is my passion. I have to want to do this, to be on a tour bus, to travel, to be away from your family, your kids, your friends. You have to have a passion that drives you. So you have to have that drive. That's number one. But when I use the word bet on yourself, it is so important over and over again that I say, what that means is you find everything that comes at you. You're like standing at the plate or out in the field. I'll give you an example of a baseball game. You have to field the ball if it's hit as a line drive, a pop-up, a grounder, be able to adapt and adjust everything. That doesn't mean lose who you are. I want to be careful. I don't mean just jump at every music style. We didn't do that. We stuck to our guns. And when things were going great, that's awesome. And when they got tough, we were prepared. And I think if I could tell anybody, I do a lot of these along with rocking around the world and playing like I said, Hershey Stadium was one of the best days of my life. Philly was great. We played at the stadium there. I get a picture I'm going to send you all that's insane. It's, I feel like I levitated 10 feet in the air in this scissor kick I did. I paid for it later because I didn't stretch my hammies out right, but it was a levitating scissor kick. And the next thing I know, I was in Pittsburgh. The Pennsylvania shows were insane. And that's the payoff. That is that moment of innocence where everything you did, good, bad, and ugly, you unleash it on that stage in a thank you of gratitude. So that's the next one. I know there's a lot of lessons I'm throwing in here, but one of the lessons I learned is I refuse to carry bitterness with me. And I'm telling you, I have been kicked, pushed, picked back up, pushed down again, and I just refuse to carry the bitterness with me. And that bitterness is like a jail cell. Thank you. And let me tell you, I think you both may know, you think you're doing great, then something comes in that just rocks your world. And sometimes you get stabbed in the back from somebody you thought you trusted. But rather than carry that bitterness, honest to God, it's not easy. But I just said, you know what? That's just, like you said, it's a log on the fire. Fuel my fire. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Game on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just unbelievable stuff. I love the nuggets that you're giving back, Bret. That's just fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about your upcoming homecoming, right? Back to Central PA, with the show at Hollywood Casino, Parti-Gras. First question, like, obviously it's a play on Mardi Gras. What, right? How did you come up with that name?
Yes.
Where did the inspiration come from?
So here's my inspiration. Very simple. Nothing but a good time. I want to make sure that your listeners, that you all understand this. I'm happy when you're happy. I like seeing people having a great time because I like to have a great time. I know we've talked a lot about business. We've talked a lot about those things, but there's a part of me that truly loves celebrating with people. I call it celebrating people up. Mm-hmm. In other words, I gain nothing by anyone being beat down, anyone being thrown at. I gain by everyone around me having a good time. And I'm going to repeat this. The real Bret Michaels loves to host a good party. I've had parties at my house where I'm not sure I ever got to get a beer out of the deal. Meaning you got that. I'm like, hey, someone get me a PBR. I don't know what's happening. I need a Yingling. Someone get me a Yingling quick. It's almost the end of the party, but I've been barbecuing, making sure you're all taking for real. This is, if you're around me every day, making sure you're having a good time makes me have a good time. And that played in. How weird is this? That played into me being a lead vocalist in a band. Part of you think of Hershey, right? You look at the stadium last summer, and this is what's going to happen on August 26th. I'm building out an experience. It's not about just the music. The music is the sprinkles on the icing on the cake, right? It's the music's the reason they're coming to hear songs. But from the moment I got a chance to be on the phone with Tony and Susan and Chris and Dave, everybody, I had to pick out with our friends from Central Pennsylvania, the Hall of Fame, the Music Hall of Fame, Brandon, everyone there. I want to be clear, amazing. Then all of a sudden we went to the veterans organizations, my dad being a vet, the DFW in Mechanicsburg. I need to go on record, who I brought to the Pittsburgh Steelers game, right? On Monday night to wave the terrible towel with me and Rocky Blyer, to light it up against the Chicago Bears. Oh, you look at that footage. I bring all the vets out. It's the longest they've ever done. We're doing the terrible towel, but it's the longest they've ever kept it on Monday Night Football. Rocky Blyer, myself, they stay on us for like 15, 20 seconds, which is unheard of in the NFL. They're like, we're just ripping the towels. The vets, the stadium's going crazy. And so my point to this is, I'm building a mini city that day, right? I worked with the grounds out there at Hollywood, at the Hollywood Casino racetrack. And I just want, or Penn National, I just want to make sure everyone knows we're building an experience that day. And everyone's coming out as vendors, putting the taste of, the drink, the delicious drink of the drink, the food, the beverage, all the local bands are coming out to help greet people. And then we're going to bring them all on stage. I'm going to bring all the bands I grew up with, to do certain Poison songs with me. And at the end, we're just having I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm excited. I think again, I go back to this. I'm excited to come home and do this show. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah. I mean, really, it sounds like you're bringing modern day fun with an incredible mix of nostalgia. And I've just got to tell this story, and I think you'll love it. As a kid, I was a Poison fan. I was a metal fan. I had a jean jacket. I had a friend named Timmy, and his older brother, Danny, we looked up to and like we're in awe of all the time. Well, Danny gave me an open up and say, jean jacket patch on a Saturday.
Wait, let me stop. Did you say Danny?
Yeah.
Did you say Danny? All right. So
yes.
Is Danny still with us on this earth?
I don't know. I lost contact with them quite a while ago.
So if we find Danny, we're going to go on a search. Our team, all of us here on the phone, or all of us here talking and going on a search for Danny. But here's my thing. We love him. Go ahead. I'm envisioning the jean jacket patch. So on. I'm ready. Yep. Go on.
So I get it on a Saturday undercover. And the first time I wear it out is at church on Sunday morning in Sunday school.
Oh no.
And the teacher made me stand outside of the room because I brought the devil, as she said, into Sunday school. And I had to stand in the corner for all of Sunday school. And so that was like my moment of like, this is awesome. And so that's my jean jacket story. But to that point, Parti-Gras.
That's the best jean jackets. As soon as you said I wore that to school, I go, oh, here we go. This is not going to pan out well.
So to me, Parti-Gras is about that nostalgic. It's about that feeling. MTV doesn't play music anymore. They produce shows and they give me a little taste of it on a show I might be watching with that little sound tone that you knew was MTV's noise. You're bringing that nostalgia. Right. You're bringing that fire to Grantville, to Hollywood Casino on August 26th with Parti-Gras. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. You're also focused on kind of bringing back the nostalgia with your back in the day song and video, which is a modern day throwback to that Field Road Trip anthem. Tell people about that. And
you just
wrap down with the show.
No, here we go. First of all, I'm having the best time ever. Thanks for having me on, and congrats on your 100th episode. That's huge.
Wow.
I mean, that's big. As I say, that's big doing. That's a shindig right there. This is the shindig show. It's going to be. So here we go. And that's a good word, by the way. I may have made that up as well. I'm not sure. But what I was going to tell you is the Parti-Gras Mardi Gras is when I do, I go down every couple of years and host the Mardi Gras in New Orleans, right? And to be out there in the Orpheus float and going, you're lighting up the city, and there's every walk of life. Everyone's got beads, bandanas, they're rocking. And that's what this is. It's a celebration of then to now. So back in the day, let me go to this. This is so many things happen so let me start at the trifecta. I wrote an autoscrapography. Instead of an autobiography, it's an autobiography mixed with the actual photos. So you don't think I'm making the stories up as I go. And that's where I love an autobiography, but sometimes I'll go through 6 chapters of them talking about a friend. And I'm like, show me a damn picture of the friend. You know what I mean? I want to see like the garage or the bait. So the Bret Michaels autoscrapography has so many incredible slice and deep dive stories that are funny, quick, the pictures to go with it. From that, we shot 2 autobiographies. There's the one on A&E called The Origins of Bret Michaels, and I brought the entire film crew from A&E to all Central PA, everywhere. I said, this is where I did this. This is where I did that. Then we went to California and film. We did both. We covered both. And then the song back in the day, I really encourage people to go watch this video. It will put you in a great mood, especially if you're from Central PA. Just, it's to make you feel good. But I want to repeat, I live in the here and now, but always pay it forward. You always want to, you don't, in other words, I want my glory days to be as I'm living right now. respect everything we did. And that's what you'll feel at the concert on August 26th. It's just you're going to have a great day. That's what we intended to be. And the Hollywood, the grounds out there are incredible. And then we're throwing a big after party in the building, and it's going to be awesome.
I love it, man. Sounds like it's going to be a blast. Bret, we want to be super respectful of your time. Before we wrap up, we'll get one last shout out for all the details in the show on the 26th. But I think I'd be remiss, and I think you'll like that we cover this. Your commitment to local heroes and getting heroes up on stage. Who are they to you, and what's it mean to you to get them up for their moment in the spotlight?
So for my hometown heroes in every city we play, we've always made a donation from my Life Rocks Foundation. But what I did and what they asked me is when we come on stage, I want to make sure that everyone listening understands there is zero politics, zero. It is one big family, and we bring them out to the front of the stage, our veterans, our men and women that give us the freedom to have this conversation. Okay. And I want to state my entire family served, and continues to serve. Right. And so, we've had members of my family, KIA, serving this country, living, and their brothers that were in arms with them. In other words, through all the different conflicts, my father served, my cousin Bobby that everyone will see, he works with me, Vietnam vet, two-purpose hurts, United States Marine, but he loves people. I want to make sure I understand these veterans are incredible human beings that were willing to sacrifice their times. Their families travel with them. I just want to honor them. It's huge for me, along with our officers and again, our frontline workers through the pandemic, through everything. But let me say, as a diabetic, they've seen me a little more often than other people, if you know what I'm saying. The frontline workers, the teachers, and the utility workers. Remember, when we get a big old storm and stuff gets knocked down, they keep us rocking. You know what I mean? It really, really keeps us rocking. And so I honor them. And what I do is, if you look at Carolina Country, or they're able to go through some of these pictures that are coming up, there were supposed to be 10 or 12. I said, hell no, bring everyone who's standing over there up. And we probably had 40 veterans and officers on the stage. And the place went crazy because I don't make it. I refuse to let it be political. It's meant to just be a thank you for the freedom of opinion we're allowed. Amen. Amen. They sacrificed. My dad said, I did this so that people had a freedom of opinion. That's what I served for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and don't forget our hometown musicians. That August 26th is going to be, let's just call it a nothing but a good time day. Nothing but a good time day.
Love it. So we're going to bring Parti-Gras. The tour starts July 13th in Detroit. And I'm sure there's going to be great shows and great states along the way. But the show on Parti-Gras is the homecoming show, the big party day, August 26th at the Hollywood Casino. Bret, you're coming. You're bringing all your friends. I believe we got Night Ranger and special guests that day, Jefferson Starship, Steve Augeri and Mark McGrath. You got some other surprises. Can we break any surprises, or are you going to keep that?
I'm going to tell you. So I want to be very clear on that date. We're still putting together the entire lineup because the Parti-Gras, to be very transparent, the Parti-Gras started at the beginning of the year, and I bring different people to different cities. And so that we haven't quite decided who's going to be in Harrisburg yet. I know Warrant's been added to the bill. I love those guys. I said, I call it all killer, no filler. Right.
That's
so all killer hits, no filler. I said, we're not going to do a 64-minute, jam. We're going out there. I want hit after hit. I want people to leave going, I'm exhausted from singing all those hits. That's what I want. And I want to make it a great time. So we're putting together the lineup for that night, and it will be different than some of the other ones. And I'm hoping to bring a bunch of people out from different cities, different walks of life. I mix it up. Just so you know, rock, pop, and country. I've had every big country artist. We've had Jimmy Buffett to Jimmy Page on stage.
Love it. Love it.
I want to know, Bret, is there anybody that works harder than you in the entertainment industry?
I know that there is. I just don't want to admit it on this show. But there may be some. But we're not going to divulge that. No, let's just say that's what's the word they use? Allegedly, there may be. Allegedly. But for right now, it's just the three of us. We're the hardest workers in any business.
That's right. That's right. Well, listen, Bret, our time, man, I love that you've been so gracious with your time. You know, for all those hard workers that are out there in Central PA, work hard, come play hard. August 26th.
Yes.
Bret Michaels, all his friends, all the amazing people he's going to bring to Parti-Gras. August 26th. Sounds like it's going to be a great all-day affair, night affair, and an after-party affair. You get all the details at livenation.com. August 26th. Come on out. See Bret Michaels at Parti-Gras. Bret, this has been just such an honor, such a pleasure.
My honor, my pleasure. Congratulations on the 100th. And I'm leaving you with this, the nugget. I'm going to let you both devise. I want to take care of not only a great listener and their guest, with tickets. I also want to take care of a hometown hero that calls into your show and their family says, my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother needs to come. So not only tickets, I want to add in addition to that, guaranteed a VIP meet and greet pass so I can get a picture and shake their hand. And we're going to make a party out of it.
That's really cool.
Awesome. Well, as they say in the business, we'll have our people call your people to arrange all those details.
Done. Thank you both for having me on, man. We could talk all day. Have an amazing day, my friends. And I'll see you on the 26th of August.
That's right, man. Let's go. Thank you.
You got it.
All right. Well, that was Bret Michaels. We were just honored to have him on the show. I mean, what an incredible guy. And again, his people contacted our people. We've got 40 total tickets to give away, 10 pairs to local heroes, 10 pairs to local vets. You go to LancasterConnects.com. On there, we've got the contest specifically to enter, LancasterConnects.com/vets or LancasterConnects.com/hero. All the details are there. The tickets we start drawing next week, culminating on August 14th with that VIP experience. And you're going to want to make sure the people you nominate, the photos you post, whether it's of yourself, if you're a vet or a hero, or you're nominating one, is going to be a photo that gets a lot of reactions and a lot of shares because the software is going to count the points. And that's who the winner of the VIP experience is going to be. So that all kicks off next week through August 14th. My sleep better tip for you is kind of appropriate to Bret. He's a guy that said in our interview, when you come to a party, I don't even know if I get to drink a beer or a Yingling. I think he said,
he did.
Which kind of shows, he's a Central PA guy at heart, but like a Central PA guy would call it a lager.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
That's true. It's a lager.
So
Yes.
Bret's cool. Bret's cool, but it was just a little, he's getting around. He's getting around the world. So that's okay, Bret. We still love you, man. We still love you. But, so the point of sharing that is he's a genuine spirit, a genuine soul. He also talked of gratitude, being grateful for his career and grateful for his people. And that would be my sleep better tip, would be to practice gratitude and really just think positively in your day. And so one of the things that we have for our customers when they get something from us, I've always felt bad that you leave with just a sheet of paper, an invoice, right? So we have a little gift bag. And in our gift bag is this book called The Magic of Sleep. There's also some wonderful coffee from Whiff Roasters. But this book is all about gratitude. It's all about positive thinking. So it's a nice little nightstand book, nice little coffee table book. Maybe you read it through once or twice and then you pass it on to a friend because they need a mattress. So it's intentionally designed as a tool. No shame in my game. I'm a marketer, but honestly, this is a great little book to kind of get you in that mindset of positive thinking, being thoughtful, reflecting on your day, thinking about sleep differently, being grateful for the good sleep that you get. And that's what the magic of sleep is about. And so those kinds of things, those kinds of sleep tips, if you want more of them, you'll get them at gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. And we'll send you a copy of that book right there in the mail. You just request it through that site and we'll get one out to you. And that's my sleep better tip of the week.
You're getting pretty good at the point now. Like
I'm figured it's only took 101 episodes.
That's pretty good. All right. So testimonial time here for Gardner's Mattress and More. These four walls within which we broadcast this show and provide.
Sometimes we were elsewhere, as we were with Bret. That was a monumental undertaking to get four schedules. There was me, him, producer Chris, who was amazing.
Yep.
And if you need anything podcasting from Cast Ahead, Chris at Cast Ahead, he's in the show notes. You reach out to him. And then, of course, Bret's schedule. So sometimes we aren't here. But anyway,
that's true.
When we are here in these four walls,
that's true.
Continues.
Yes. So review came in last week and from Jessica. She said on Google, the salesperson, sorry, didn't catch his name, dark hair with ponytail. Well, that can only be one person. That is Chad, our new sales associate here at Gardner's, who is already making an impact with our customers and their sleep.
Yep.
So he made buying a mattress super easy and relaxing. He was down to earth and not pushy, and he showed us a variety of mattresses. The selection was great and overall a wonderful experience. Thank you to Jessica. Thank you to Chad, who's over here on the other side of the wall. So you're going to get the same experience from Chad, Drew, Phil, Jeff, and I. Sometimes we're out there on the floor, working with customers, but, you're going to get the same experience as Jessica, experienced with us. Find out your sleep needs, make recommendations based on those sleep needs, follow up to make sure you're happy. And then of course, if you're not, we'll make it right. Cause we have a 120 night comfort guarantee.
That's right.
So try again.
We don't one night stand you.
Good one.
We don't.
No,
it's a little funny tongue in cheek thing. And I said it with a straight face, but we mean it.
Yep.
We mean it. We want to make sure we get this right. We want to make sure we help you find the right fit, and we're good. I would say great, but we're not perfect.
Yep.
And in those times where it isn't the right fit, we're here to help you and work through it. And we do help you find that right fit because we don't one night stand our customers. And never have, never will. So yeah, love it. Love it. So happy July 4th weekend, or week. Sorry, not weekend. We just came off the weekend. Yeah. It's this all kind of blends.
Continues.
You'll wake up and it's like July 9th anyway.
Gosh, hopefully not.
Yeah. So look, tonight, if you're shaking in fireworks, have fun. Please be safe if you're going to some parties. Tomorrow, be safe on July 4th, Independence Day. Be grateful for our nation. Be grateful for the freedoms and the opportunities that we have here. And we're still on that Bret Michaels high. So
yeah,
it's been a lot of fun here on Lancaster Connects the last 2 weeks.
Don't forget to go to those websites, get your nominations in. It's one website, two different URLs, lancasterconnects.com/hero, HERO, lancasterconnects.com/vets, VETS.
Yeah.
Go to those pages, make your nominations, share it out to get the likes on the photos. Could win a VIP experience to meet Bret Michaels.
Might be a lot of fun. August 26th.
Oh my gosh.
Down in Granville. We'll be there. 100%. Yep. So anyway, no prizes this week because we're saving them up till next week. We figured we had a whole big 100th episode prize last week. We got a marathon of amazing prizes. So we figured we're going to save that prize-a-later mojo and deposit it in next week. So we'll see you next week on Lancaster Connects. Until the next connection, take care.